Here we go, 24,457. We've got the 5-box double up of Series 1. All right, good luck. We start, that's a healthy one, with a population count 500, Connor McDavid. Very nice start. McDavid for the Oilers. Young Guns of Morrow for Carolina. And an aimbot of Robertson for Dallas. Dazzlers, Batherson, Ottawa. Canvas of Mercer for the Devils. And a co-op for Boston Bruins. We got an outburst of Marshman for Dallas. Outburst. We got a gaming POV, or is it FOV? FOV Forsberg for the Preds. And a portraits Keller for the Coyotes. Renewed for the Chicago Blackhawks of Patty Kane. Young Guns of Bryson for Vegas. And a satellite of Kaprizov for Minnesota. Aimbot Black variant. Panarin for the Rangers. A-Lines for Tampa. Kachuk XP for Ottawa. And a checkpoint Slavkovsky for Montreal. Gaming Co-op Sparkle, Vancouver. Gaming Co-op of Carolina. Checkpoint for Boston of Geeky. Gaming Co-op Blue for Vegas. Well, kind of got it. A Canvas Young Guns. Lane Hudson. Absolutely recommend to get that one graded, whoever's got that. Congratulations. Canvas Young Guns. Well, it's not a Young Gun, Abby. I don't know if it counts. Just throwing that out there. And a Young Gun for the Coyotes, Vil Alta. It's still on the table. We got a canvas of McCann for Seattle. A renewed of Toffoli for LA. And a Nadeau Young Guns for Carolina. Renewed for the LA Kings of Dustin Brown. Young Guns for the Devils of Clark. Aimbots, Tage Thompson for Buffalo. Breaking news for the Los Angeles Kings of Kopitar. XP for LA of Byfield. Portrait of Crosby for the Penguins. Canvas of Hedman Tampa. Breaking news McKinnon for the Avs. And a rando PvP between San Jose and Vegas. Satellite Sparkle of Keller for the Coyotes. Ogren Young Guns for Minnesota. And a satellite of McKinnon for the Avs. Does anybody in the room have Montreal, by the way? We've got a Dazzlers for Minnesota, Rossi. Canvas Nylander for the Leafs. And a random between Montreal and the Maple Leafs. Population count 500 for Carolina of Aho. Two of these now. Aho. Young Guns. Lane Woodson. Well, 2 for 2. I do recommend getting this one graded as well. Okay. And a checkpoint of Ethan Bear for the Washington Capitals. We got a renewed for the Penguins of Malkin. Bolduc for the Blues Young Guns. Portraits of Verhaeghe for Florida. Renewed for Ottawa of Carlson. Young Guns of Nazar for Chicago. And an aimbot of Kempe for LA. Even the Nazar is a really good hit still. Taves for the Avs. Canvas. Breaking news of Hedman for Tampa. And a gaming of Larkin for the Red Wings. Breaking news, Zegras for the Ducks. Gaming for Montreal. Aimbot of Nylander for the Maple Leafs. City Satellite Sparkle of Robertson for Dallas. Young Guns of Brindley for the Blue Jackets. And a Robertson Portraits for Dallas. Gaming Sparkle Kopitar for LA. Random between Coyotes and Anaheim. And a checkpoint Crosby for Pittsburgh. We got a clear base for the Vegas Golden Knights of Jack Eichel. A canvas Young Guns Rempe for the Rangers. Matt Rempe. And a Young Guns of Thomas for LA. Outburst Silver for the Dallas Stars of Ryan Suter. XP of Bratt for the Devils. And a gaming of Hedman for Tampa. Canvas for the Maple Leafs of Nyes. Bergeron Young Guns for Boston. Cormier Young Guns for the Vegas Golden Knights. A-Lines for the Blues. Gaming Co-op for Minnesota. Caulfield Montreal Portraits. Kevin, you got Montreal. Congrats, buddy. I think you said you wanted Anaheim, right? You can trade right now, Montreal for Anaheim if you would like. But holy moly, congrats, sir. We've got a holo types for the Nashville Predators. Roman Josi. My gosh, I'm destroying this break. Nashville Josi. Crotty for the Coyotes. And an aimbot of Pasternak for Boston. And Calvin, yeah, if you want to do a couple checkouts for the grading, we can get that. What's today? Wednesday? Tuesday? Yeah, that'll be out actually right away pretty much. Byfield Dazzlers for LA. Canvas of Hill for the Knights. And a random between Pittsburgh and the Islanders. Renewed of Huberdeau for Florida. Graf Young Guns for the Sharks. Satellites for Carolina of Aho. Gaming Co-op Sparkle for the Rangers. Gaming Co-op for the Oilers. Checkpoint for the Tampa Bay Lightning of Austin Watson. Portrait Sparkle for Vancouver of Pettersson. Colangelo Young Guns for the Ducks. And a portrait for the Rangers of Kreider. We've got a canvas of Faber for Minnesota. We got a Kreider renewed for the Rangers. Stan Coven Young Guns for Dallas. Breaking news for the Blues of Hoffer. XP of Bedard for Chicago. And a portrait for the Panthers of Reinhardt. A-Lines for Chicago. Gaming Co-op for Dallas. Checkpoint for Anaheim of Mintyukov. Black and white canvas of Kreider for the Rangers. We've got a Young Guns canvas for Montreal, Melu. Well, yet another one. Melu. And a Young Guns of Ivani for Pittsburgh. Outburst Silver for the Pittsburgh Penguins of Jari. XP of Johnston for Dallas. Portraits of Marner for the Maple Leafs. Renewed of Carey Price for Montreal. Young Guns for the Islanders of Ishikov. Aimbots Rantanen for Colorado. Canvas of Nietzsche's for Carolina. Breaking news of Draisaitl for the Oilers. And a gaming David Pastrnak for Boston. We got an aimbot Sparkle Kaprizov for Minnesota. We got a Young Guns for the Islanders of McLean. And a City Satellites of Eichel for Vegas. We got a Deluxe for the Blue Jackets of Sillinger to 250. Vil Alta for the Coyotes Young Guns. Aimbots of Panarin for the Rangers. Dazzlers of Larkin for the Red Wings. Canvas of Malkin for the Penguins. XP for the Oilers. Draisaitl. Black and white canvas variant. Crosby for the Penguins. Sidney Crosby. Canvas of Niemiec for the Devils. And a Young Guns for the Maple Leafs of Rafai. XP Sparkle, Quinn Hughes, Vancouver. XP Nylander for the Leafs. Checkpoint Toropchenko for LA. Renewed of Stammer for Tampa. Young Guns for Tampa of Lilleberg. And a Satellite of DeBrincat for the Red Wings. Canvas of Sharon Govich for the Devils. Sorry, for the Flames. Renewed of JT Miller for the Rangers. Melu Young Guns for the Montreal Canadiens. Breaking news of Perron for the Red Wings. Gaming of Draisaitl for the Oilers. And a checkpoint of OEL for Florida. A-Lines, Montreal. Gaming Kucherov for Tampa. Satellites, McDavid for the Oilers. Outburst Silver for the Devils of Timo Meier. Gaming, which would be a random between LA and Florida. And a portrait of Robert Thomas for the Blues. We got a renewed of Cam Ward for Carolina. Josh Doan for the Coyotes Young Guns. And an Aimbots McDavid for the Oilers. Canvas, Makar for the Avs. Breaking news for the Leafs of Tavares. Gaming of Zapantzes. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, love to get another break or two going. But that is up to you guys. I think we can probably get a few of these smaller breaks going. And if you guys remember, Abby said for every Hudson we open, she will take 2 spots. So we're at 2 Hudsons. So it's pretty incredible. Satellite Sparkle, Kachuk for Florida. We got a Kuznetsov for Minnesota Young Guns. And a Satellites of Keller for the Coyotes. We got a satellite red variant /99 of Pasternak for Boston. Young Guns Goncalves for Tampa. Aimbot of Kaprizov for Minnesota. You're going to have to. Dazzlers of Eklund for the Sharks. Canvas of Caulfield for Montreal. And a gaming co-op for the Vegas Golden Knights. Outburst Silver of Burns for Carolina. Gaming of Ovechkin for the Caps. Portraits for Vancouver of Pettersson. Renewed for Philadelphia, Jeff Carter. Cormier Young Guns for the Golden Knights. And a Satellites Robertson for Dallas. Renewed of Zibanejad for Ottawa. Shibrikov for Winnipeg Young Guns. Aimbots of Pettersson for Vancouver. Breaking news, Bedard Chicago. Gaming XP Crosby for the Penguins. Ovechkin checkpoint for Washington. Canvas Farabee for Philly. Makar breaking news for the Avs. And a gaming, which will be a random between Vancouver and Seattle. Black and white canvas for LA of Trevor Moore. We got a Young Guns canvas for Minnesota of Ogren. And a Dean for the Blues Young Guns. Gaming Sparkle McDavid for the Oilers. Gaming of the Maple Leafs. Checkpoint for Boston of McAvoy. Canvas of Kyrou for the Blues. Renewed of Ben for the Dallas Stars. Young Guns for Chicago, Nazar. A-Lined Blue Jackets, XP Reinhardt for Florida. And a portrait of Jacques Hughes for the Devils. Let me just do the left and the right. To the left, to the left. Give me 1 second. Three times. 1, 2, 3. Their left side are going to get them.